We're going to talk about the what, why, how framework behind modeling, i.e., demonstrating a skill. So, our what question that we want to ask ourselves is what should the players be looking at? So, as a coach, what do I want to be directing their attention towards? If you're simply just giving a demonstration on, let's say, a blended catch, so a weight shift and a pass reception. Some players are going to be looking at your left leg, some players are going to be looking at your torso, some players are going to be looking at your stick, some players might be looking at your right leg. And then when you're trying to ask them follow up questions, they all didn't see the same thing because their attention wasn't directed towards what you want them to be focusing on. So, this is the focus question, and this moves into the next part. So, we want to make sure that we're directing their attention as a coach to what we want them to be looking at, which leads us into the why. So, why do you want them looking there? And the players might ask you, why should I be looking there, coach? Like, what is the purpose behind this? And the answer to that question is you want to explain the intent and purpose of why looking there is important. So, this is the part of the demonstration that coaches nail. We understand and we can explain why, weight shifting during a blended catch is important, or why we should be casting our stick out if we want them to look at stick position and not even focus on our feet. So the why is why should they be looking there? And then how to apply this. So the how question is how do we model this the right way? And there's not really a perfect answer. I've listed two different ways that we'll talk through on how you can go about doing this, and you can pick the way that best fits kind of your style. So the Wooden way, after John Wooden, his way of teaching was to show the player the exemplar, so what they should be doing, and then they would show what the player did, which was if he was intervening, it was incorrect. So he would show the correct way, then he would show the incorrect way, and then he would show the exemplar again. So the point of showing exemplar last, and that leads us into the second one, which is exemplar only. The reason that you would want to show the exemplar last, or the right thing to do, is because the players need that to stick into their working memory as they go into their next rep to work on what you just coached them up on. So if they can see it done the correct way last, that's going to stick with them. And that's what they're going to model their next attempt at doing it correctly. So that's why the Wooden way is similar to the exemplar only way, because the principle that we want them to see it correctly done as our last demonstration is what's important. So that's the what, why, and how behind how we would demonstrate or model a skill as a coach to our players.